Good evening once again, everybody, and welcome to Gilliland High School for tonight's football matchup between the Gilliland Dutchmen and the Colonie Raiders. Today is October 18th, 2019. I'm Sean Cunningham. We just had the national anthem performed by our very own chamber choir, and we are getting set to go. The Dutchmen are already taking the field right now. They come into today's game with a record of 4-2, winning their last game in grand fashion over Saratoga Springs by a score of 56-14. Quarterback Michael Gito returned in that game. He was very good. He got a touchdown on the first rush of the game for the Dutchmen. And the Red Sea breaking out into the chance of, I believe that we will win right away. So the Dutchmen getting set to kick, and here we go. The ball is down, and Colonie in possession right now as they are currently within a big sea of players go down right around the 43-yard line. As we take a look at the standings here in the Suburban Council Class AA, Shaker currently in first place. They are undefeated with a record of 5-0. Shen with a record of 5-1 right behind them. The Dutchmen not too far behind, one game behind Shen with a record of 4-2. Bethlehem and CBA both have records of 3-2. Schenectady at 2-3. Colonie and Saratoga both had 1-4 records right there. And Niskayuna, the only team in the division without a win, they are 0-6 on season. So Colonie gets to work right now. The whistle blew right before play started. Not sure what that was about right there, but Colonie getting set on offense here. They are led by their quarterback, number 10, senior Cameron Airy. As he gets the snap back, makes the pass over for Christian Hubbard, and he eludes the tackle, but Jalal Din gets him crossed up, and Din with some assistance there from Sean Collins. They're able to get him down a little bit near the 35. So play will resume here at the 37. Taken here, thrown over, and a tackle on the play there. Donald Francis receiving that pass from Cameron Airy, and he is down at the 40. So a 3-yard gain right there. So now 2nd and 7. Airy takes it, hands it off. And another tackle a little bit past the 40 that time, as it was taken there by Marcus Gibson, number 22, from the handoff. And he advanced a couple yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for Colonie. Back to Airy, he'll hand it off. And getting by is Francis. And a big scrum of players, Din as well as Durant in there as well. But Francis advances enough there for the first down. The chance of Let's Go Dutchmen starting to emerge here from the Red Sea. So it's 1st and 10 here for Colonie. Snap back. Airy will flip it over for Francis. Francis trying to get alone. He's tripped up a little bit by Collins, and a couple players go down right in front of the Colonie bench. Jalal Din down there as well. So 5-yard gain on the play there from Francis. It will be 2nd and 5 as Jalal Din with a great tackle right there. Taken here by Colonie, and another big scrum of players, and they're going to force back. No gain on the play there as Francis got caught up with about 3 or 4 players right there. Got Durant, Kiernan, and I believe Collins in the mix right there. No gain, a nice play. So it'll be a 3rd down now. Defense holding strong early here in this one. Airy takes it and is able to flip it over for Hubbard. Hubbard gets by, going toward the end zone, and a big tackle there from Chris Ardito. And a very nice run there from Christian Hubbard. He's able to advance about 30. A little over 30 as Chris Ardito finally managed to catch up with him and knock him down. And that will be an obvious 1st down there for Colonie. Play will start at the 25. Time stopped at 7:56. Taken here, Airy hands it off for Francis. And he's going to be chased back a bit and forced down again there by Collins. So no gain there. It's going to be a 2nd down. So it's 2nd and 10 here for the Raiders. Taken here, Airy with a big loft toward the end zone, and a block on the play there from Brad Agwicki. So a bit of a loft there from Airy toward the end zone. So it's going to be now 3rd and long for Colonie here, after the pass attempt by Airy did not work. A good play there from Brad Agwicki to stop the pass. Time starts down again. Handed off. And another good play by the defense, and they're able to stop Francis again. And that moves Colonie for a 4th down. So we'll see what Colonie will do here. They have a 4th down now. And a whistle on the play. And there will be a timeout taken here by Colonie. So it's 6:24 to go here in the first. The first timeout taken here tonight. As Colonie currently with a 4th down in field goal range. We'll decide what they want to do here. So Colonie currently with a 4th and 14. Taken here by Airy. Forced back a bit. Makes the throw, and it's caught by Kiernan, but it was out of bounds. But that won't matter as the Dutchman will be in possession here. After Colonie runs out of downs, they will take their turn on offense. And Michael Gito making his way out. This is his home debut this year, and the chance of his name reign out throughout the Red Sea. So he returned last game from a broken leg as Vincent Leah making a big rush to the 40, and he's able to get there. And that'll be a first down on the play. Taken here, another handoff to Leah. Forcing his way through, he's going to go to the 50. And 2 straight first downs there for Vincent Leah. Done very well so far here on offense as the Dutchmen have taken over. Two 10-yard gains, and the ball is now at the 47. Back to Gito. And across, caught by Ardito, and he's going to be forced down a little bit between the 33 and 34. And that will also be enough for a first down as well. So all 3 plays made by Gio so far have been first downs. Another pass to Ardito. That time he's forced down again. To the 25 that time. So almost another first down right there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Dutchman already inching closer to the end zone. Taken here by Gito. Trying to get through is Leah. And he's forced down on the play. But he is able to get that 1-yard gain for another first down. Slowly but surely here for the Dutchman. Flip back to Gito. He handed it off to Agwicki. Agwicki trying to get free, going toward the end zone. And he is in. But there's a flag on the play. And it's a penalty against the Dutchman here. They're going to be forced back. As Brad Agwicki with a big rush able to make it into the end zone, but it will not count for a touchdown as the Dutchmen are going to be forced back. So it's back to the 36 now for the Dutchmen. Pass across, given to Jacobson. Slips up a bit. He's going to be hauled over there by Jacob Gonzalez. As Gito able to find the wide open Jacobson, but you can see here he stumbles a little bit on the play. And an easy target there for Jacob Gonzalez. He's able to force him back with some help. Thrown back. Gito. Pass across is intercepted, incomplete. Here's the replay. Francis diving after it, almost came up with the interception. But no dice on that play. It's now a third down. Gito handed off to Agwicki. Agwicki rushes by and he's down at the 10. And that will earn the Dutchman another first down. Brad Agwicki trying to get by Nasir Sutherland and give him a bit of a slap to the face right there. So he was trying to make his way by. So it's now first and goal. Gito off to Leah, toward the end zone for the touchdown. And the Dutchmen are the first ones on the board as Vincent Leah has done it again. It's 6-0. Let's take a look at that replay. It was a handoff, and Leah with all kinds of room, all kinds of time. He makes his way in. The Dutchmen are first on the board, and they will go for the extra point here. Ardito with the kick. And that is good for the extra point. And it's 7-0 in favor of the Dutchmen with 2:36 to go here in the first quarter. So Colonie going back in possession here. As Vincent Leah does it again for the Dutchman. He's had some big games so far. He's had a good first quarter as well. He got a couple of first downs. And he fittingly gets the first touchdown of the game for either side as Colonie in possession right now, running up. is Rebelski, and he is forced down a little bit after the 35. That was Zach Rebelski trying to get by the defense. He was hauled down by a couple players. It's McLean and Nieves in there for the Dutchman. And the Raiders will get back to work. They are headed by quarterback Cameron Airy. Snap back, Airy will flip it over for Hubbard. Kiernan gets blocked by a couple, but Igwiki, Collins, and Din combine for the tackle. And a 4-yard gain there for Hubbard. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Raiders coming up. So ball at the 40 in Dutchman territory. Raiders looking to move it up a little more here. Airy with another flip back to Hubbard. And he in turn flips it over for Gibson. Gibson a long pass and just out of the reach of Donald Francis. Good pressure there from Jalal Din as well. So Marcus Gibson going for the Hail Mary pass. But he was just out of the reach of Donald Francis. And no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. Taken by Airy. He'll flip it again to Hubbard. Hubbard trying to make his way up. Jacobson will tackle him right in front of the bench. And down at the 45. And it's just short of a first down, so it'll be 4th and 1 for Colonie. So it was a 5-yard gain on the play there for Hubbard. And Jacobson made sure that would be all he would get. Flip it back, and making his way through is Gibson. And Colonie will get the first down. So Airy with the handoff to Marcus Gibson. And he was able to get through the scrum. And a little toward the 50-yard line for the first down. And a whistle on the play. So there's a flag on the play. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Dutchman. So Colonie will move up. Because of that 5-yard penalty, it's now going to be 1st and 5. And Colonie will take their second timeout here with 33 seconds to go here in the first. So just fresh off a first down, a 5-yard penalty. Raiders looking to continue to advance forward into Dutchman defensive territory. Came eerily close on their first drive, but were not able to convert on that drive, and the Dutchmen were able to get a touchdown on theirs, so they currently trail 7-0. So timeout expires, and Colonie will get back to work here. Back to Airy, he'll hand it off. And trying to get by is Francis, and 3 players able to tackle him back. So Paris Hart, Jalal Din working together on that tackle. And time continuing to wind down. 3 seconds to go, and that is going to be it for the first quarter of tonight's game. The Dutchmen are the first ones on the board. They have a 7-0 lead at the end of 1 quarter, so we'll see what happens here in the second quarter as Colonie is currently driving away toward the end zone. So we take a look at some of these replays from the first quarter. There's Vincent Leah getting his first down. And Chris Ardito got one of his own during the Dutchman's first drive. There's Jacobson, who also had a very good night against Saratoga last Friday. So teams will switch sides here. Play starts at the 45. Flip back to Airy. He'll hand it off. Over for Francis, and Din and Hart once again combined on the tackle. They're able to force him down. Jalal Din certainly doing a very good job tonight on defense. Made some good tackles. And he also prevented what would have been a fantastic pass there from Marcus Gibson. The chance of defense raining out now from the Red Sea. There with a fake, now he hands it back for Gibson. And he's going to be tackled once again, this time at the 40. It's that time Agwicki and Jason Kiernan working hard on that one. Flip back, Airy will hand it off for Francis once again. This time he gets by a couple and he's forced down. Yet again, this time at the 35, so a 5-yard gain there for Francis. So it will now be 3rd and 2. It's once again Jalal Din with the tackle on the play. 2 minutes gone by, just below the 10-minute mark right now. Colonie looking to keep advancing here. Area the flip over, and just getting by that time is Marcus Gibson. And he gets a first down for the Raiders. So the ball now at the 27. And a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be against Colonie. And yes, it is. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty for Colonie. It will be 1st and 15. I believe it will be a false start on that play. Flipped over, caught by Hubbard. Looking to get by. He gets by Ardito, going toward the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown. Christian Hubbard eludes the Dutchman defense and gets Colonie on the board to make it a 1-point game at 7-6. So a 32-yard run toward the end zone. After a 5-yard penalty. And going for the 2-point conversion there, they will not get it. And the score will remain a 1-point game in favor of the Dutchmen. Let's take a look at the replay here. Agwicki looked like he was in position, but he slipped up, and then Ardito couldn't catch him either. And by the time McLean and Din arrived on the scene, it was too late, as Hubbard able to get into the end zone. And it's a 1-point game. So Hubbard, fresh off the touchdown, will kick it over for the Dutchman. And he'll dribble it on the ground. It will be stopped. So the ball was stopped at the 43-yard line. So Dutchman back on offense. And they'll look to convert once again here. Here we go. Gito, pass across, caught by Jacobson. And he's hauled down a little bit. It's a little bit past the 45 on that play. It's a 3-yard gain. So it will be 2nd and 7. Taken here, Leah tripped up a little bit, and he's going to be forced a little bit backward. So a small gain on the play. He stumbled a bit after the player for Colonie was able to get near his legs and try to tackle him. He eluded it, but stumbled a little bit on the play and was forced back as a result. There's a couple players on that one as it's now 3rd and 5. Another handoff, Gito trying to get back, and he's going to be forced back further. And now it's a 4th down, so the Dutchman not able to do anything on that drive. And the Dutchmen are going to punt. And it's kicked up high by McKissick. It'll be knocked down. It's taken here by Gonzalez. He's able to get by a couple. He's going to be hauled down at the 25. So a very nice punt there by Mitch McKissick. And Gonzalez is able to get out of the way of a couple players. And he was hauled down. So the Raiders, after an uneventful drive there by the Dutchman, will get back to work on offense. Still down by 1. 6:25 to go as it's handed off to, I believe, Francis. Gibson ended up getting it. He's going to be hauled down, and I believe there won't be any gain on that play. But either way, it's a 2nd down. Looks like it might have been a 2-yard gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 here for the Raiders. Pass back, Gibson is going to be hauled down again. As Ardito, McLean, and Socaris able to haul him back that time. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 now. So a couple more players come back on. As Gibson comes off, Hubbard and Gonzalez come back out. Remember, Hubbard was the one who scored the touchdown for the Raiders. So he is back on right now. So, long pass forward, and it's dropped on the play there by Gonzalez. So it'll be a 4th down as Airy tried to go for the long pass. And Gonzalez had it, and then he dropped it. So it looks like Colonie is going to punt here, and possession will be handed back to the Dutchmen. So a pair of uneventful drives for both sides here in the second quarter. And a flag on the play. And it's a false start on somebody. And it's a 5-yard penalty on Colonie. So it's going to be 4th and 13 here for the Raiders, as they will punt the ball back to the Dutchman. Igwicki is waiting. High kick, and dribbles down Igwicki. And the Raiders will let it roll, and it stops at the 43. So Dutchman back on offense, looking for a bit better luck than last drive. So the defense was able to shut them down. So let's see what happens here. Gito with a handoff to Igwicki. He's able to get by a couple. And he's going to be taken down here near the 40. And a very quick first down there for the Dutchman as Brad Igwicki was stopped up at the 42. Trying to look like he was trying to go outside, but slipped up. And Gito now with a pass to Chris Ardito. Tried a little spin move. Forces a guy down, and he's down at the 35. So Ardito didn't have much to work with there, but was able to get a nice gain there otherwise. It was an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's another handoff to Igwicki. He's going to be forced back. And no gain will be made on the play. It will remain, there will be a 3rd down now. But still 2 yards to go. Ardito now coming off for the Dutchman. Gito with the handoff. Leah gets by a couple. Going toward the end zone. And he is in! Touchdown, Dutchman! As Leah flops down past the end zone, he gets his 2nd touchdown of the game, and it's 13-6. So you take a look at the replay. He has been great all season, and he has 2 touchdowns tonight as he show the replay of the flop after the 2nd touchdown. It's a 7-point game, and it could be an 8-point game right here. Ardito for the extra point. And now a whistle on the play. I believe the kick would have been good, but so whistle on the play. And it will be a flag on the Dutchman. It looks like they might be going for the 2-point conversion here. And the Dutchmen are able to get it. As Leah goes into the end zone, it's now 15-6. So it's now a 9-point game for the Dutchmen. They lead 15-6. So 3:28 to go here in the second quarter. The Dutchmen having a fine night tonight offensively. And now their defensive unit will come out here against the Colonie offense, as Colonie is looking to currently get back in this game, down by 9. So here's the kick by Ardito. It's going to be flubbed a little bit. Nieves trying to get to Hubbard, but he couldn't. Now Hubbard rushes up near the 20. He's going to be forced down, as getting a hold of him is Scuzzarella. So Ardito with the kickoff to the right. It was picked up by Hubbard. Bobbled it for a moment. But he was able to make his way over to the 25. A little bit more off to the 30, it looked like. .322 to go now. And a penalty will now push Colonie back a little bit further. 10-yard penalty on that play. Would have started at the 22. Now they're at the 12. Area the flip over to Robinson. Or excuse me, that's Gibson, my bad. And a small gain on the play for Marcus Gibson. So he didn't have much to work with, but he's able to get in for a couple yards. So it'll be second down now. Harry takes it. Looking to get across. He tries to get by, and he'll be forced down a little bit after the 20. So Harry able to get a gain of his own on that drive, as Paris Hart is doing his best to try to force Harry down. A timeout will be taken here with 2:23 to go. The Dutchmen leading 15-6. Back to action from the timeout here. Airy will take it. And he's forced back. Sacked on the play there as Sokeris and Kiernan combine, forcing the quarterback Airy back. So Dutchman defense particular has looked very sharp tonight. As it's going to be a 4th down, and Colonie, it looks like they're going to get set to punt here. So Colonie on the 4th down here, getting ready to punt. High in the air, it'll be caught by Agwicki. And he's going to try to get by. Agwicki at the 40. And he's going to be forced down near the Dutchman bench. A little past the 35, and Brad Agwicki with a 15-yard rush. From the 50 to the 35, and the Dutchman will head back on offense with 2:01 to go here in the second quarter. So Gito back to work, and it's almost intercepted and dropped on the play by Colonie. An errant pass by Gito, but no gain. So what could have been a catch there would not go, and there will now be a 2nd down for the Dutchman. So a very close play there. Colonie almost back in possession right away. Gito takes it. Long pass, and that one is intercepted. And it's taken here by Christian Hubbard going toward the end zone. Still going toward the end zone, and he's finally tackled by Ardito. So after the first pass from Gito was almost intercepted, the second one was intercepted by Hubbard, and he makes a furious dash toward the end zone. And Colonie, who was getting prepared to be on defense, will now be dangerously close to making it toward the end zone. So very quickly, it's now 1st and goal. Taken here, throw to the end zone, and no, pass was incomplete. Nice play by Jalal Din. And he forces it out of the hands of Zach Robluski. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. So 1:36 to go. Airy takes it, he flips it across. Hubbard goes down. And holding him there is Devin McLean. As Hubbard slipped up on the play, it's going to be a 3rd down now.
Let's go!
And the Dutchman will swap out Socaris for Patrick Bruno here. Less than a minute to go now here in the second. Taken by Airy. Pass, and it's dropped on the play. So Colonie, with all those chances toward the end zone, they are not able to convert. So the first pass toward the end zone to Roblewski was intercepted by Din. And then Hubbard caught one pass and then dropped the next one. And it's now 4th down. Time stopped at 45 seconds. Going back is Airy. He'll get the pass across to Francis, and that will force a whistle, and that will be it. He had his knee down on the play. And the Dutchman will quickly head back on offense. So a very good chance for Colonie, but no points on the board. And the Dutchmen are back on offense again. Gito will take it. And he's forced back and sacked down on the play by Robert Kane, number 81. As Kane able to break free from the pack, and he forced Gito right down.
There's no reason to roll.
And the Dutchman now are going to let the clock run out. Looks like it's less than 10 seconds to go, and now it stops at 8. And now it looks like they will. Clock's stopped at 8, and now it will expire, and that is going to do it for the first half of tonight's game. The Dutchmen lead by a score of 15-6. Thanks to 2 touchdowns from Vincent Leah, they have the 9-point lead as we head to halftime here at Garland High School, and we will take a timeout, and we'll see you back for the second half right after this.